Yeah, I got good vision of his base now.
Now Raven at this time is thinking of a TVT, and he didn't tell me this, so I wasn't really. Oh, here we go. Dark Templar's getting hit over there. Once you hear that noise, get those units moving as best you can, because those units are fast, but taking those free hits. And there's the scan. Thank you, Raven, for being a horrible and balanced Terran player. And a little bit of missed micro right there. They're going to walk right back into the area of the scan. If he had walked out, we could be in a lot of trouble.
Right. And let's see. Oh, we have Blues and Red's army meeting in the middle. They could be going for some kind of push, potentially. Yeah, just gathering their forces, getting ready for something. Hopefully not right now, considering our forces are a little bit inferior, but...
If you remember earlier, Raven's small territorial army of about 6 Marines and 1 tank just got obliterated. Whenever you're playing with friends, unless you're, on the receiving end of harass, if it's really army versus army, try to keep your armies together, because that's the advantage you need. Like I often tell my friends, when it's a 2v2, it's, Terran Protoss versus Terran Protoss, and both players need to be good, but sometimes the third player of how well they work together is really, really important.
That's very true.
And as soon as I saw those Dark Templars coming out, I got a robotics facility here. So I got that first observer coming out. I got to say that I really enjoy getting a fast observer out, because I don't like scouting with the 9 probe. It's one of my big flaws.
That observer's about to pop.
So make sure you cheese me a lot.
It's about 90%.
Yeah, and that's going to help us out a lot. It's good.
Yeah, he has it rallied over. There it goes. And it is heading towards Blue's base. And it's probably going to take a look at this army here. Wisely so. Now, as we can see here, if we take a look at the income tab, the game is starting to come. The gap is starting to close. I've slowly been able to work my way back in the game, and that was one big mistake that our enemies made, was not finishing me off earlier when they had that early rush and all those zealots and marines. And so that's really coming back to bite them.
Or attacking me fast.
Right. Well, you had such a big.
You always try to kill a player all the way, or kill both players.
Do some horrible, terrible damage. We can see here that ICEFANG has a very zealot-heavy army, and they're now starting to warp in these High Templar. Let's take a look at the production tab. It's starting to get Kid Air and Amulet, which is just so amazing, I think, just because as soon as those High Templar are able to warp in, you can just storm right away, and that makes for some for lots of kills, that's for sure.
And a lot of players, they argue about should you get the amulet. Some players will say amulet before the storm, and always make sure you get storm first. I know a lot of medium players know this, but some newer players like to think, more energy. It gives them more energy for the storm. But generally, the best way to do it is right around 50% or so, warp in as many High Templar as you can, and by about the time storm is done, they'll be able to get your first storm off. And any game where you don't intend to do a quick storm and let those units die, always get that amulet. It's a big help. Plus I love HT, so I'm going to warp in like 1,000 of them pretty soon.
Right.
And, fight like 1 billion HTs.
There's a warp gate heading in right now at the south of ICEFANG's base, and it's full of 4 Dark Templars, so he's going to go for this nice little drop. And it looks like he's looking to take out the robotics facility. Let's see the response. No, that robotics facility is going to go down, and maybe no, he's not going to go for the for the Templar Archives. He's going to go straight for the probe mineral line. And let's see, where's ICEFANG's observer? There it is. He's got to send that down right now. He should be very soon. These Dark Templar need to start killing those probes. There they go.
I had a little bit of missed micro there with my... Every time I looked for it, it was on top of the buildings and then on top of the army. But when it came down to it, I wanted those probes to live fairly well, and I wouldn't mind losing some zealots for that. So even though there was some missed micro there, that was a pretty good DT drop.
Very true. He did quite a bit of damage. Got most of those probes on that main, which is really actually... Oh, there's a storm. Yeah, and those Dark Templar are going to go down as soon as that scan lands. But really, the Dark Templar could have done a lot more damage. They could have maybe sniped this Nexus, stopped the gas production here, and maybe gone for the Templar Archives. But really, that Dark Templar harass was mildly effective, really. Actually, ICEFANG has quite a decent economy here. He's got his natural and his third up. Red has his third up, but has not saturated that at all. It's kind of sad. Let's see here. Got my expansion up, and Blue's doing pretty well too.
Let's see. Oh, we got some battle cruisers coming out. Just have the first.
Oh yeah, battle
right
cruisers,
here.
huh? Cool. Yeah.
Raven's really good at saying battlecruiser operational, but he just won't say it because he's afraid.
Maybe I'll say it sometime.
Make sure to write nice comments. Say. Yeah, he'll say it sometime. Sure, he's not. I mean, I'll say Kassa de Templare, but he won't say.
Yeah. Maybe I'll treat you guys sometime,
Okay.
but yeah, you can wait in suspense for that. So let's see. We still have control of the Xel'Naga watchtowers, which is huge. I mean, I'm just surprised that they haven't tried the Battlist for that.
If you look, the Xel'Naga watchtowers, you always need to have control over those, and then I have one observer on their army. So that visibility can really give us the edge, especially considering how powerful Terran siege lines can be. If we ran over there right now, we'd be completely slaughtered. Plus, I really hate battlecruisers. I mean, a lot of players are, you know, like battlecruiser, battle schmoozer, and they don't usually come out. That's true, but my opinion on it is Protoss don't have a really good counter to it, and that's really annoying to me. You have to just out macro them.
Yeah, their ATS batteries are so strong. I mean, 10 damage and for every fourth of a second is just such a high damage output. What is that? That's 40 damage per second. I'm so glad